As teachers strive to integrate technology purposefully into the classroom, several models have been presented. As described by Kimmins et al., these models neither recognize nor acknowledge each other in their literature and each speak their own language. This can lead to the adoption of a technology integration model based on a teacher's training alone. Following is a brief description of 7 technology integration models. Technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge, TPAC. This model, described by Kohler et al., uses a Venn diagram with 3 overlapping circles describing the interaction of the 3 components of technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge. The segment where these 3 areas of knowledge overlap is the area of TPAC, where teacher knowledge combines to deliver appropriately technologically integrated lessons. This is a teacher-centered model. Technology Integration Planning, or TIP. The TIP model is an iterative model including a feedback loop first developed by Robler in 2006. This model is a useful resource for teachers who are planning for technology implementation in the classroom, since, due to the iterative nature of the model, the teacher can implement strategies, then reflect on the effectiveness of those strategies before planning subsequent technology implementation. This model is also teacher-centered. Substitution, augmentation, modification, redefinition, or SAMA. SAMA is a model which can be used to plan and evaluate the purposeful integration of technology into learning environments. SAMA operates by assessing technology use against 4 criteria. Substitution and augmentation are grouped together, defining technology use as enhancing learning opportunities. Simply by using a digital version of a physical counterpart or by increasing student potential. Modification and redefinition in this model are processes seen as transformative in the way that technology provides opportunities for students to attempt tasks impossible without technology. Whilst often depicted as a stair or ladder, SAMA is better thought of as a range of impact, with lower levels still appropriate in some circumstances. This model is a blend of student and teacher-centered. Replacement, amplification, transformation, RAT. This reflective model, developed by Hughes, looks like SAMA, but depicts only 3 levels of technology integration rather than 4. Replacement is functionally the same as substitution. Amplification is described in the same way as augmentation. And transformation is the same term used as the grouping word in SAMA for the 2 remaining criteria. By only having 3 levels, the RAT model is slightly simpler to understand, since replacement is simply technology replacing, but not significantly changing a practice. Amplification uses technology to complete the same tasks, but more effectively. And transformation fundamentally changes learning, teaching, and problem solving in the classroom. RAT leans towards being teacher-centric. Levels of technology implementation, or LOTI. LOTI is a reflective framework first developed by Moorish to assess authentic classroom technology use on a scale from 0 to 6. If assessed at a 0, there is no technology use or only the presence of antiquated technology in the teaching environment. As the levels increase, so does the technology integration through use in learning, through supplementation of activities, augmentation of instruction and learning, integration of technology tools to solve authentic problems, extension of the technology use beyond the bounds of the classroom, and redefined use of technology to seamlessly solve identified real-world problems. This model is a reflective, teacher-centered model. the Technology Integration Matrix, or TIM. The Technology Integration Matrix, Florida Center for Instructional Technology, is the most complex framework discussed here. 5 columns describe increasing levels of technology integration into the classroom, and 5 rows highlight different meaningful learning environments to indicate potential enhancements. Active learners are students who engage with technology as a tool when traditionally they would have received information passively. Instead of working individually, learners can use technology to collaborate with others on that second line. Constructive learners will build knowledge by using technology as a tool. Authentic learners use technology to connect their learning to real-world contexts. And goal-directed learners use technology to set goals, then plan, monitor, and evaluate their progress towards completion. Whilst technology integration is led by a teacher, the learning becomes student-centered in a TIM framework. Passive, interactive, creative replaces, amplifies, transforms, or PICRAT, is a model for technology integration developed as a matrix of 3 columns and 3 rows by Kimmons et al. In this model, a student's relationship to technology is represented vertically through their passive, interactive, or creative use of technology for learning, and a teacher's use of technology is represented horizontally as either replacement, amplification, or transformation of traditional practice. This model is a balanced teacher and student-centered model. So, whichever model, matrix, or framework is selected to assess classroom technology integration, reflective practice is vital and valuable to ensuring the ongoing, purposeful, relevant, and most appropriate use of technology for learning.